Members of the Board of Trustees, President Staton, Provost Raber, Dean Askew, colleagues, families, and friends, and most importantly, to the members of the graduating class of 2020. Thank you for this opportunity of a lifetime. I'm truly honored, appreciative, and humbled for this one brief chance to talk to all of you without any of us having to worry about it showing up on a test next week. As you all know, I'm definitely not trained to be a speaker, but I give you this solemn promise. Whatever happens this morning, it will not be as bad as a presidential debate. Under normal circumstances, it would be May. I'd tell some funny stories about when you were freshmen, brag about how mature you have all become, and talk about looking forward to the start of another beautiful summer in South Carolina with an open invitation to sit down for a plate of shrimp and grits and a refreshing beverage or two down at the Carolina coast. And join me in a celebration of the opening of what I like to call Kenny Chesney season. You know the saying that goes so well with summertime in the South: no shirt, no shoes, no problems. Then I'd like to talk about how to get you fired up for the next phase of this one-lap race we call life. Preparing for interviews, that first day on the job, that first day in graduate school. But 2020 interrupted my plans and your plans too. To say it's been tough for us all is a gross understatement. We grieve for the loss of friends and loved ones who have succumbed to this unrelenting virus. We see firsthand the economic devastation and collapse. Our cities are filled with unrest. There is a vacuum of trust in our leaders and even the agencies we once held in high esteem as experts. The search for truth through science has been attacked and ridiculed. Nature can't catch a break either. We have run out of names for hurricanes and tropical storms, resorting to the letters of the Greek alphabet. As if that wasn't enough, we've been treated to the most bizarre calamities in the history of humanity: murder hornets, fire tornadoes, and now we get to enjoy the fun of, and you know I'm not making this up, zombie storms. We used to laugh and poke fun at the bad movies on the Sci-Fi Network, but Sharktopus and Piranhaconda don't seem that unreasonable anymore. Our collective mental health has suffered. Members of the public no longer show patience with and kindness for others. Selfishness and inconsiderate behavior rule the day. We are spectators to countless outbursts and freakouts. Sadly, even our celebrations have evaporated. Celebrating events throughout the year is a vital component of every culture. We need to celebrate. We need our family and friends to share good times. We need that joy and enthusiasm of all those holidays, birthdays, get-togethers, and festivals, all those special days in our lives. Celebrations give us time to pause to reflect, a pause to savor the moment, a pause to smile and laugh. So after 7 very long months without any celebrations, we are finally allowed to take this day to celebrate. I am absolutely certain that I am speaking for everybody here when I say thank you for giving us this great day to celebrate. We get to celebrate you, the Presbyterian College class of 2020. Today, all of us, as far as you can see, all around you, and all of those who join us through other means come together with one joyous voice to celebrate and honor you. My own guiding philosophy about a day like today really started back in the spring of 1983. Now, you may find this hard to believe, but I was rocking an epic mullet. It was long and luxurious. Michael Jackson's Thriller and Def Leppard's Pyromania albums were both being worn out on turntables in every dorm room. It was in this spring semester that I had my first economics class. Dr. Masters was feared as the pickiest, most difficult, most demanding professor in a department that was well known to be already filled with picky professors. So you see, I do get it honestly. My professor entered the room and wrote in perfect cursive on the chalkboard, "This time, like all times, is a very good one, if we but know what to do with it." He looked at what he had written, paused for a bit, read it aloud with vigor and authority, placed his little metal chalk holder on the chalk tray, and stood to the side looking at us. He asked, "Do you know who wrote this?" Nobody said a word. We were all like frightened mice. He answered his own question after the awkward silence. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote it, and it's just as meaningful now. Today is indeed a good day, and I know exactly what we're going to do with it. He went on to the lesson today, which, sadly, I don't remember the economic lesson, but I never, ever forgot Emerson's words. Yes, graduates, today, this day, on this campus, truly is a good day, and we know precisely what we're going to do with it. We will not fritter away this time. With this day we have before us, I want you to make joyful noise that can be heard all over, not just loud enough to be heard on this campus plaza, but loud enough for these celebrations to be heard across this entire state. Among all of the classes of graduates of this institution, your class is both distinctive and extraordinary. No other class before yours has been through what you have experienced in your senior year, no less. It will be your class who writes the survival manual for future generations. It will be your class who teaches the next generation about the importance of being flexible, gracious, and appreciative, while at the same time being focused and dedicated to whatever difficult task is at hand. It will be your class who uses the experiences of this year to solve today's and tomorrow's problems. I know the future is now in good hands, and you have the support and confidence of all of the Presbyterian College family. I want you to keep alive those recollections of all the teaching moments your faculty created for you, the moments that challenged you, pushed you, inspired you to excellence, introduced you to new and maybe even controversial thinking, taught you creative problem solving, developed in you an appreciation of the visual and performing arts, taught you to shun mediocrity. And yes, even the moments that frustrated you, because just like a piece of high-quality steel that's been shaped and heat-treated, you are better, tougher, and stronger as a result of all of those moments. Your experience has made you ready to commence a fulfilling, energetic, and wonderful life, and a life dedicated to serving others. You are graduating with a degree from a liberal arts college whose reputation is stellar. But this degree is just a key in a door. Once you enter that next room, keep in mind that your skill set is still limited regardless of your GPA. No one ever starts out as an expert. It's your responsibility to see to it that you continually enhance your skill set. Read up on the new changes to software you'll be using. Get familiar with new research or government regulations that are being implemented in your field. Take time to read journal articles. Never let your growth of new skills become stagnant. And yes, gaining new skills means making new mistakes. It happens. But the experience gained and satisfaction from learning something new will be far more valuable than the costs associated with learning and developing those new skills. Be vigilant in your watch for negativity entering in your life. Negativity will remove the life out of a person. It's as bad as any disease. Seek out those individuals who bring positivity, creativity, and a joy of life. And I want you to be the person who brings positivity, creativity, and a joy of life to others. Reading is critical for your mental well-being. Reading is entertaining, education, and I really believe it's even therapeutic. Always have an answer for the question, what are you reading right now? Make reading a part of your daily routine. I want you to be appreciative of the people who take great care of you. In my case, there is an entire battalion-sized group of people who take care of me every single day. Maybe I'm what you call high maintenance. I especially want to say thank you to Cynthia, Bernice, Shannon, and Catherine. Folks, in our line of work, we're all specialists in some way. We know a lot about a little. But there is a group of people here at PC who know a lot about a lot. And they don't get enough recognition for the help that they give us. They have worked tirelessly to transform and maintain this campus to make classes in person happen. We are grateful for their being here and having such an extensive skill set. We can't do this without them. So I'm going to ask you to please join me in a round of applause to say thank you to our physical plant staff. Lastly, let's take time to reflect on the difficulties we are all facing. Whether it's about this pandemic, racial unrest, or economic devastation. All of us at one time or another have looked into the mirror wondering, what can I do? There are 3 things that each of you need to do. First, get your butt out there and vote. Make no excuses, make it happen. Next, now that you've learned how to effectively and persuasively communicate, you are called to use those skills to speak for others who are oppressed. In the first chapter of Isaiah, verse 17, learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed. Speak up for those people to your lawmakers. Finally, but most importantly, you have been blessed to come to Presbyterian College. Accept the challenge to live up to that blessing. May we all live in the way that Paul describes. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things, there is no law. I want you to take time to let those words sink in. We spend so much time thinking and talking about what's against the law that we have forgotten what is not against the law. It's not against the law to act in a way that shows love, shares joy, brings peace and kindness to others. And with that, I ask my colleagues to join me in sharing a heartfelt congratulations for all of you. We are so very proud of you. You are always welcome at your Presbyterian College home. Thank you for being the reason for this celebration. It is a good day indeed. Celebrate. Go in peace. Dum vivimus servimus.